Hey everybody, and welcome on back to Building with Whip. Today is episode 148? 48. There we go. Yep, there we go. Perfect introduction. Good job, Whip. There we go. Let's keep it up. And we are back here in the port city, ready to go. We're going to be working on today, finishing up that building right there, or creating that building. We haven't even started it yet, besides a little layout. But first things first, I got a few things I want to look at here with you guys. So last episode, we came through here and built up this lovely house, which is our banner making shop, which I thought was really, really cool. With that, we also came up with the name for the city as well as our banner. So this right here is our banner, and the name of the city is Port Latour, which basically means the port by the sea, or port on the coast. In Latin. I said it was Greek or Gaelic or something like that in the last episode, but it's Latin. It's a Latin translation. Latour is for like coast or something like that. Anyways, that's our banner. That's everything we got going on there. Super pumped about that one. Be very fun to kind of expand on that style moving forwards here. I love the house design we came up with here in the last episode. I think it turned out pretty freaking awesome. Now, if none of you have noticed it quite yet, there are a few things changed around the roadways. Most noticeably, you see that little dirt speckle right there? I came back in and I've been working on adding in overlay textures again. We had these way long ago, and then when Minecraft 1.13 was updated, or when Minecraft updated to 1.13 and all of the texture pack stuff changed, I couldn't get them working right away, so I decided to just go ahead and cancel them and come back to them later. That being said, though, we now have them back in here, and I'm really pumped about that. We're going to be messing around with them a lot and kind of adding some new ones as we go. I'd love to start actually making this texture pack a little bit more unique to our world. I'm really looking forward to the changes in 1.14. Hopefully, a few of the ones that are in there right now get fixed or moved around. But yeah, that's kind of the goal right now. I did also, to test it, this isn't staying permanently, guys. I want to test it. This is the new cobblestone texture. I want to see how it looks. I want to play with it for a while, because so far I've only avoided it. Before any of you goes, oh my god, it's so bubbly, I hate it. This is going to stay here for just a little while. Just want to play test with it. You guys will have to let me know what you think on it. So yeah, keep that in mind. Let me know down in the comments below if you guys like it, hate it, whatever, throughout this episode and the next few episodes as we kind of work through all this stuff. That being said, though, we're going to be working on this guy, but before we get to here, I do have a question for you guys today. Our question of the day. This one is, we're going more on this inspiration theme and this hype that we've been going on here for the last little bit, because thank you guys so much for all the support in last week's video on the inspiration stuff. Yesterday, we did a video on kind of remodeling a cave with all the new 1.14 stuff, so hopefully you guys enjoyed that one as well. But today's question is, what do you think your strengths are as a Minecraft player? We're focusing on Minecraft for this one, seeing as it's all Minecraft based. But what are your strengths as a Minecraft player? For me personally, I'd say mine are probably building. Weaknesses, definitely redstone. But strengths for me, probably building and city planning and terraforming, I would say would be my top three things. It's just kind of laying out the general area that I'm going to be working in. I feel like a lot of people can build some really cool stuff, but they always have awkward amounts of space in between them, and they can't really make their builds flow together. So I feel like one of my strengths personally is the ability to make all of the buildings flow together and feel like a complete environment, that's my favorite thing about the game probably. So I'm really happy that that's one of my strengths, or what I think is one of my strengths. Anyways, let me know down in the comments below what you guys think your strengths are as a Minecraft player. I'm really curious to hear about them. But anyways, like I said, we're going to be working on today's episode. Our focus is not only going to be building up this house right here, but also making this a full and complete alleyway. I'd love to go ahead and kind of expand this area out, make it more like a little nested alleyway. Instead of having that guy come through right here, I actually want to go ahead and kind of bring this back to a direct line right through here to make it a little bit wider throughout that small area right there. And then, of course, coming back down to being a little bit skinnier throughout this next bit. So I need to do some planning here, guys, for basically how this whole thing is going to be looking, what it's going to be looking like. Let's see, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4. Ooh. So that's a 5 wide right there. And but yeah, let me go ahead and do some planning before I blob on here for too long with y'all for how this whole area is going to be looking like. And I'll be back with you guys as soon as I can. All right, everybody, welcome on back. So we've got a few changes in the works here that I want to walk you guys through. First and foremost, I came down here and kind of reworked this area, expanded this out a little bit. We got some iron ore sitting over here. We got our coal box back there still, and we just raised a chest up there all along the edge. Make it just give ourselves something a little bit more cool to look at. These guys right here, I decided to go ahead, instead of having this one long skinny building, I decided to go ahead and break it up into two. So we're gonna have a small building right here. Then we also have a building back in this area, which I'm super pumped to try and get these guys working. I think it's going to be really, really fun. This guy's 5 wide down here, and it's 3 wide interior by 5 long, so it's a 5x7 building. This one is a little bit on an angle here. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that's 8 long there, and then it should be going 5 across here. Now, this shouldn't give us too many issues as far as what we want to do for building this guy up. So what we did here, though, was we have a dark building on this one, and then we have a light building down here. And I want to kind of reverse that a little bit. So I was thinking on this guy, we go ahead and add some little extra depth here. By on this end, bringing this out and doing a little bit of an overhanging bit right throughout here. My inventory is a pretty big mess right now, but I was thinking something like that just to give ourselves a little bit of an overhang could be cool. Have not tested these ones out in the slightest yet. Also for this one, it's more of a stone base. This one is much more andesite and cobblestone-y base. That'd be kind of fun to mix them up like that a little bit. This guy though, I was thinking we could go ahead and bring in some dark oak logs throughout here. So 1, 2, and 3, and 4 probably. Now after that, I want to go ahead and bring in our strip spruce logs so we can go ahead and basically just bring these guys in all the way throughout here. And I was thinking something like this would probably be a good way to do it. Let's just go ahead and do U right like that so we can get a little bit of an entrance here. I don't have any glass on these, but I'll go ahead and bring a window in right back there. And I was thinking that'd be kind of cool. And then I was thinking again up here, I actually want to go ahead and extend this guy out a bit. So whatever our attic area would be, I guess you would call it, will be coming up to here. Then we can go ahead and just bring you out again and do something like this. And then bringing it out again right to here. Just so we get that little bit of an area where it's kind of sticking up a little bit more. So it's kind of peeking out to right here. And I thought it'd be a really cool way that we could go ahead and break this area up while still giving it its own unique shape and feel that we don't really have in any of the other builds so far in the area. So we can go ahead and bring our spruce back in here like this, bam, 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 and fill in these areas, breaking that guy out and bringing that in, boom, 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 boom. And perfect. So I was thinking we could just do like one little small window right there. This gives us a cool way of having this overhang out over the front of the city street with really giving it a lot of depth, making it look like this area is really overhanging, kind of like those traditional medieval buildings would, because they'd overhang so that they could actually get more height and just extra area for people to live inside the city. So they'd have this smaller, lower parts back tucked in so the streets were wider. Then these would come out literally just 1 for the looks and 2 to make it so that people could actually live up there. So I'm thinking that'd be a good front for it. And then along the sides back here, I was thinking that we'll probably literally just keep it in line with this guy throughout here because I want to go ahead and see if it would work if we came in through here. So it's 4 wide right in this guy. I thought it'd be kind of a cool idea to go ahead and create a little bit of an arch right through here to make it look like there's a little bit of a bounding area. A little bit of a bounding area in here kind of for what everything is able to move through and look through. And just kind of working on a little bit of an arched area right through here. I thought it'd be kind of fun. Again, just breaking this area up, giving it a little bit more detail to it. I thought it just would give us a really cool look to this whole place. For now, let's leave that off the top, but just a little entrance way right here to enter into the alley really doesn't serve a purpose besides just kind of having a cool look to it. Thought that was kind of fun way of bordering off the corner of our alley area right throughout there. Gives it a really, really cool look to it and all that good stuff. And then we can go ahead and replace these guys out here a little bit real fast with that. I'm going to go ahead and put you in my offhand, and I want to see if we can't jump back up here real fast. And what if we did something just to give an extra little bit of height right there on top like that? I like that. I think that's worth checking out a little bit further. I'll tell you guys what though, let me get the walls on this guy. Let me see what we want to be doing moving further with it, and I'll be back with y'all soon. All right guys, got a little bit of a progress update here for you, and I'm really starting to get this feel for the alleyway. So the whole goal of today's episode is really to nail down this alleyway and make it something really unique and cool. We're really focusing on this little area, but part of that is building up these houses over here. So what I decided to do was this floor right here in the middle, it's just staying on this one axis right here. It's not bumping out to either of the other sides. It's just on this front. However, when we get up to the 3rd level, where we're having this little attic space, I decided to go ahead and bump it out on both sides. I've still got to bring those windows in, but we can bump it out over here. Thought that would be very cool having that go right there. And then this side as well, we can bump it out to that side. So it makes it a little bit of like a plus shape up here on top. Not quite, but just enough. Beyond that, I've been working on coming in here, bringing in all of these little dark oak things. I think we're going to do a full-on dark oak roof throughout this. That's kind of my plan right now that I got going through my brain. And these guys are all just going to be stairs kind of inching their way up to the top. Then over here, we can go ahead and do the typical just dark oak trim going throughout this guy. So far, I'm really happy with this one. I think it's going to turn out to be pretty cool once we're able to get this thing finished up. That being said, though, it is nighttime as usual when I click the record button. So I do need to go ahead and iron out a little bit more of this guy. Let's see, can we get this pro stair placement? Perfect, we can. So these guys basically just going like that, working all the way up to the top. This guy comes in right along here so that it lines up with our lowest point over here. After that, we can just kind of start inching our way back all the way up here to the top. I've been leaving it kind of going into nighttime a few times. I feel like I need to just start leaving it at nighttime the whole time because I want to start getting some phantom kills in. I don't know. I feel like it's just after Halloween and we got to get some phantom kills in here. So I'm thinking about not sleeping for a little bit. We'll see how that goes with my ability to not sleep through a night, but you know, we never see the nighttime here, so it might be kind of cool. Also, no idea how well lit up this city is, because right down here doesn't look too safe. But that could be a worry for another day or another night. We'll find out. Hopefully another night. It could be another day if we find some creepers down there. But overall, this is kind of the general plan for the roof here. You guys can see we're building this guy all up, doing our typical stuff throughout this whole build, trying to find some more ways moving forwards where we can make these buildings a little bit more interesting, because I've noticed on the last few episodes the views have started to drop. So if there's anything that you guys would like to see changed up here in the next little bit that I can do to help improve the overall grasp of the series. I know we got the big world tour coming up soon, so it could be a lot of you guys are all waiting for that one to get in here, because I'm super pumped for that and I want to really focus on getting some of these projects done. But let me know if there's anything you guys would like to be seeing change. Maybe some people are starting to get tired of like the old city project here that we've been working on for oh so long, but I don't know how you could, but let me know in the comments below what you guys are thinking towards all that stuff. I'm really curious to hear what you guys got to say. I'll tell you what though, I'm going to go ahead and get the roof on this guy, finish this build up here for this house probably. I'll show you guys the final copy, then we can quickly get to work on the next one. All right, everybody, welcome on back. So we're here with this mostly finished up build for this area right here. I still got to figure out what I want to do for that transition specifically. I like the upper side of this guy. I threw a chimney in up there just so you can see it. I like this overall look for it. I really love this part of it, and I really love the look we're getting out here, especially because that archway is kind of blocking that one. I think that really helps out a bunch for that. However, those little lines right there are kind of messing with me. I'm thinking about maybe bringing some vines in or something like that. Maybe not vines, but like bushes. We'll see how that stuff all is going back in there. This guy, however, we got some work to do. We got some thinking to do here, and we got some moving and building and block placing and stuffs to get on with. So up here, I want to start off with the same exact style that we used over there, where we basically take this and pop it out. But we're only going to pop it out 1, 2, 3, and then 5 to right here, and then we're going to leave that guy as is. So basically we're going to go like this. We're going to be using our spruce log, and then we're going to be using stripped oak log right throughout here. Thought that would be a good way of kind of mixing it all up, getting some more unique colors in here. Not unique colors, but I don't think we've actually used this combination specifically before, so I wanted to go ahead and try and tackle that guy. Just something like that. I kind of like the light contrasty looks it has to it. Actually, we do want to go ahead and raise this stuff up one. My bad there. Miscounting here when I'm talking to y'all. We can go ahead and bring this over right like that. Perfect. That's exactly where we want it. And then we can go and do this. And of course, per perfect fWhip fashion, it's going into nighttime. Love it. We're going to be keeping a hard line on this one because this area right there is going to be the next building we build in the next episode, which will basically finish off the street area. So excited for that. And then we're going into the world tour. World tour hype down in the comments below. Yep, that just happened. Let me know if you guys are super excited for that one. Anything in particular that you guys feel like you haven't seen in a while in this world that you really want to be checking out and really want us to go over in depth on the world tour, let me know that, because still have not planned the route that we're going to be going. So let me know. I wanted to go ahead and originally bring this guy out here an extra block like that, so basically be sitting right there. But as you can see, that would create a hard line throughout here. But you know, let's go ahead and actually do that. Let's go ahead and see what this would look like. So if we go ahead and grab our spruce stairs right here and our spruce stairs right there, and we can go ahead and bam, bam, and then we need in the middle right here, because I just want to build this whole thing up as we're going. We can do bam, bam, and bam. Perfect, just right there. And then boop, boop. And then we can go ahead and bring these guys in like this. And then that would be you right up there. So that'd be bam, 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 and bam, and bam. I think that's okay. I think that's actually okay if that lines up, because then we can kind of merge those building roofs in together. I think that really gives us that covered alleyway feel that I'm really trying to go for down there. That's like what I really want to achieve, is this like really nested in alleyway here. Actually, I was walking through this last night when it was dark out, after I cut off the cliff just to kind of walk through here to go grab some more resources and everything. And just anything around here that could kill us or blow up anything. Most importantly, blow up things. I would rather die than have a creeper explode throughout here. This guy right here, though, super dark as you walk through it. It feels like a really nestled in alleyway. This arch right here is like freaking everything. I don't know. I love that one. But walking through here is so cool, I feel like. And then you come out here and it's going to be more like bright shopping area. Because this thing right here is going to be a big old shop. And it's going to be all about like selling off their goods and everything. So it kind of goes from that bright, colorful shop back here into a dark alleyway, opening up into a big park area. So maybe some ruffians and whatnot could be hiding in there. But general idea for what we got going on this guy is this build right up here on this front half. That's kind of the look. Let me go and get the walls in for the rest of this thing, and I'll be back to you guys as soon as I can. All right, welcome on back, guys. I made sure it is not nighttime, just kidding. The sun's going down. But anyways, let's go ahead and take a look at this guy. So up here, I went ahead and got these back walls on. I decided to go ahead and mess with the roof a little bit here. We can wander our ways up. The bottom floor of this guy is pretty tiny. There's no windows on it. And then the second floor really opens up to a really tall ceiling, which I kind of like, with a few windows facing out towards that alleyway area. Then we get up to the top here. So up at the top point, I wanted to go ahead and really bring in these kind of crossed frames that we could really use here to make it a little bit more detailed than what it was previously. So I think this is actually going to do really, really good work for us here. So we're going to have kind of that one coming in here. Then it's just going to go a straight line right back in here. Then throughout this here, we have that chimney for our blacksmith down there. But I wanted to go ahead and also install another one coming right throughout this area. So basically you'd walk right in the door, and we'll go for now. Let's just go ahead and move our way directly up here. We can move it around if we need to, but I think this will be a good point coming out the top roof. We can slide it around inside if we want to make it a little bit skinnier or something like that. So I think we could go ahead and basically just bring this guy. For now, we'll bring it all the way up here. I was thinking about something here with our whole city in general, and before we talk about that, though, basically just bringing spruce in, going all the way across this guy. I want to keep this roof fairly plain colored, not super high detailed. That's going to be what we're going with for that guy right there. I'll get that stuff in myself here in a little bit. You guys will be able to see that one. But if we go ahead and just kind of jump on back over here, you guys will see that all of our buildings are roughly at the same height right here. So we have a few ones like our towers right there that stick up. This is supposed to be kind of like a little tower-ish type thing. That doesn't really stick up too high. That guy's not too much higher. And maybe that guy there, and then our green roofed building for the blacksmith house over there, which I'm thinking about getting rid of the green. Let me know if you guys think we should change that one out. But all these guys more or less have the same general height scheme, like height to them. And I feel like with our city, we really need to start breaking it up so we can have some taller buildings and things like that. I think that'd be really fun to mess with here in the near future, is adding in like a taller tower area. Maybe in this region, we need to have some sort of a bell tower or a clock tower. Maybe right where these roads actually merge in together. Now that I'm thinking about it, I haven't really thought about this one before. But maybe if we have like right where these roads merge in together, we have like a big thing right there. I was always thinking about doing like a bank or something like that, but I feel like a big old clock tower for this part of the city could actually be something really cool there. And that'd be a little outside the medieval form, but I think it'd still be able to do a good job. All right, that being said, though, I did want to cover one other thing with you guys here, and it'll actually work a little bit better now that it's dark outside. So coming through this area, we've been talking about making these things a little bit more detailed. Sorry about that. A little bit more in-depth and things like that, just making it more interesting. And I wanted to see if we brought in just literally some polished andesite down here like this and did that guy right there. That really helps it out. And if we can kind of go ahead and break up this arch a little bit here, adding just these little bits of detail, making it look super cool with kind of this archway frame here that's a little bit more rundown, seeing as we are in the alleyway here. Also, as a heads up, I came in, brought in some of our ladders and our chocolate bars here for some trapdoors. I did some extra detail work on that. Really happy with how this building's turning out so far. It's got a lot of little bits of detail over the entire thing. Very happy with this one. I'll tell you guys what, though. I want to go ahead and just kind of mess with that, and I realized I was meant to bring some iron bars with me. Did not bring those. Let me go ahead and get the roof in on this next guy here. I'll come back with you guys, and we can kind of work on detailing this out, and we'll probably finish this guy off here pretty soon. All right, guys, welcome back. I'm not quite sure where we left off last clip because I've been doing a lot of work in here, kind of forgetting which I last brought you guys in for, and it's the next day now because work. I think I was getting that roof in there, so we should be good to go with that one. Anyways, what I wanted to move into next was working on our area back here, because the goal of today's episode was to make kind of a unique, cool looking alleyway. And what I really want to avoid is basically just coming through here and just being like, boop, 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 cool, alleyway, done. You can walk through here, there's a few boxes. So I really wanted to see if we could go ahead and make it a little bit more interesting than that. Actually, that being said, though, I really like those boxes sitting right there. Maybe we do something like that, though, and then we do boop, 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 and like that. That looks like a good way to randomize it up there. But beyond that, I want to go ahead and use our dark prismarine and our sea lantern design that we've been using for some lights, because I think we really do need to have some sort of a light source back in here. So I was thinking we could go ahead and do like this, like you, and then throw in one in right there. I think it kind of blocks that entrance though, so maybe not there. What if we came through and we could do like maybe, let's see, that guy right there, we'd want to have it right in here. I'm thinking ways that we can break up that transition point where it's the stone straight into the wood. Thought that would be kind of like a useful way of mixing this stuff up. So even if we did something like this and kind of broke that up so it looks like it's got a little bit of an overhang there, that's kind of nice, but maybe we actually go ahead and get rid of it on this side. Anyways, thinking of little ideas that we can throw in here just to get one, extra bits of detail, and two, adding a little bit of light to mob-proof the area back here, I think is really what we can do to help ourselves out. That being said, I do have some green and cyan wool, and I don't want to totally overdo this place, but I was thinking like out here, because we're trying to make this area pretty freaking colorful, if we could go ahead and kind of have that, maybe we take like a spruce fence right there, and one right there, and what would it look like if we brought these guys out throughout like this? That's not bad. We kind of make a little bit of a wall here. I did go ahead and throw in a circle sun, FYI. So if you're seeing a circle, yep, there's circles in Minecraft now. A lot more texture pack changes have happened, and that's not looking very good up there. What is that? What did I mess up? I think I messed up birch. I'll fix that here in a little bit. I'll get that fixed up before I get this out to you guys. Yeah, I was thinking we'd go ahead and do a little bit of the action right in here, get a little bits of color. We don't want to totally overdo like and kind of fill in this whole area that we have the alleyway going through and block it off, but I did want to go ahead and get a little bit of color throughout here, just one to make it look a lot more alive, but something just like that, making it look like there's just these little splashes of color throughout the whole place. That's way too high. We do not want to do that all the way up there, but I wanted to go ahead and tweak it like maybe even just like you and something there. Yeah, I like that. I think that'll work out just fine. The birch I gotta fix. I've been doing a bunch of other things. Sorry this video is like so long-winded as far as in between clips and everything like that, because I've been really messing with things like this. I think that's going to be a great idea moving forward. So I think it's going to really help with making our texture pack a little bit more unique, bringing a little bit more of that medieval life into the build, into the pack itself, which I know is kind of limiting it. But yeah, super cool so far. I really like that one. I do have one change I want to show you guys. I've already teased this a bunch over in the Discord channel for the last little while, so everybody who's in there knows exactly how long I've been working on this. Do we have any of the flowers? We don't, because I used to hate that flower. Bummer. Okay, well, I'll go find one and I'll show you guys here in a little bit. Let me see. You guys may have caught this one in the last clip, but I went and looked through this chest here, and I realized this way after when I was editing it up, that we had all of these right here. So what I want to show you guys is that I've remade the allium texture. Very, very happy about this one so far. That I had a lot of people concerned that it looks really similar to like the lilac plant. And it's actually a totally different color of purple. So I think it's going to do okay. So we got that one and we got the allium plant right there. So you can see they are pretty different. It's much more saturated than this one's kind of desaturated a little bit more. Very happy with this one. I basically took the purple magenta, I think it was the magenta dye, and just turned it into a flower. Super pumped about this one. I've had a great time making it. So that's our last texture pack change for this episode, promise. But yeah, beyond that, I went ahead and done quite a bit of work up here up top that I want to show you guys what's going on right now. We got our nice little circle sun up there. We can go ahead and jump right up here, and that knocks us down in this little area. I'm going to come in next episode and we'll detail out this area. I want to go ahead and do next episode. We're going to focus on the building right here. Then after that, I actually want to go ahead and try and see if I can't find a few places for myself, like in between the world tour, where I can add in some cool trees and things like that, just to help bring some more life into this area. Overall though, this guy I'm super happy with. We got those 2 houses built up and it's looking pretty great so far. We're coming through this area. That stuff I pretty much left the same. Through here, I did a little bit of extra work going in and adding in all these guys. Reworked this area a little bit, opened it up a little bit more right there because it was a little too skinny when we had the chest right there. I came in and put like some trapdoors here, just some path blocks behind it so that we can have kind of that little trough full of something back there. Maybe it's like some hay or something like that. Thought that was super cool. We got our light in there. I added some iron bars out here to make it look like they could kind of close off this way if they needed to or something. Very, very happy with this overall result. However, though, I am super late behind on all these videos, and I got to get next one finished up so I'm having to record these a little bit early so that we can get the world tour recorded up, because we had to record that almost a week in advance, so I'm kind of pre-recording a lot here for this stuff. But overall, very, very happy with it. Unfortunately, no comment or question of the day, guys. Thank you all so much for watching. Please hit that like button if you did enjoy. Subscribe if you are new, and I will catch you on the flip side.